எல்லாம் ஆதி பகவன் முதற்கே உலகு. வரலாற்று முக்கியத்துவம் வாய்ந்த இன்ற உன்னதமான நிகழ்வுக்கு உங்கள் அனைவரையும் கனடிய தமிழர் பேரவையின் சார்பில் வரவேற்பதில் பெருமைப்படுகின்றோம், மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றோம். It is an absolute honor, pleasure and blessing to be here on this historical day to officially open the monument for an outstanding Tamil scholar, G.U. Pope, in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to Tamil language. My name is Sivan Ilango, the chair of the G.U. Pope Monument Campaign and the immediate past president of the Canadian Tamil Congress. We are very pleased to welcome each and every one of you to this historical day. Thank you for taking time to join us today. Keeping in line with our tradition, let us start the event with lighting of the traditional lamp. To light the lamp, I would like to invite Dr. Padma Somalingam, Ms. Vime Madhibalasingam, Mr. Kyle Raja, Mr. Nada Vijayapalan, Ms. Dusi Jayaraja, Mr. Andigiri, Ms. Kalevani Valipuram, Mr. Senadiraja Srijanathan, Mr. Svagjanam Sridharan, and Mr. Peri Kasinathan. Please come forward to light the lamp. Come. Thank you. Strong. Right. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you for those who lit the lamp and Anushka for singing the national anthem. To sing the Tamil Thai Valthu, please welcome Thamira Sankar.
வாழ்க நிரந்தரம் வாழ்க தமிழ் மொழி வாழிய வாழியவே வானமளந்ததனைத்து மழந்திடும் வன்மொழி வாழியவே ஏழ்கடல் வைப்பினும் தன்மனம் வீசி இசை கொண்டு வாழியவே எங்கள் தமிழ் மொழி என்றென்றும் வாழியவே சூழ்களி நீங்க தமிழ் மொழியோங்க துளங்குக வையகமே தொல்லை வினைந்தரு தொல்லை அகன்று சுடர்க தமிழ்நாடே வாழ்க தமிழ் மொழி வாழ்க தமிழ் மொழி வாழ்க தமிழ்.
Thank you. Spoken by over 90 million people worldwide, Tamil language is one of the classical languages of the world. Tamil is also the oldest living language and perhaps one of the finest languages of the world. And Tamil is an integral part of Tamil identity, and we are proud it is our mother tongue. Approximately 2000 years old classical Tamil text, Tirukkural, talks about morality and virtues of individuals, and the words of wisdom in it are equally applicable today as they were when it was written 2000 years ago. It is rightly said that Tirukkural contains all things, and there is nothing that it does not contain. It has been translated to more than 40 languages, and it is widely considered as a universal ethic book. Tirukkural has influenced several prominent people, including Mahatma Gandhi. Reverend Pope, translation of what enabled the rest of the world to truly appreciate and benefit from Tirukkural. G. Pope was the first person to bring Tamil language and its richness to the world through his translation, for which we are ever so thankful. Reverend Pope also translated iconic Tamil texts such as Naladiyar and Thiruvasagam, a lyric poem to Shiva and one of Hindu Trinity. He also authored several books, some in Tamil and some in English. As an organization that advocates for Tamils in Canada and internationally, it was our obligation to undertake this historical project to build a monument for Reverend Pope in honor of his contribution to Tamil language. For us, it is also an opportunity to express our gratitude and recognize an individual who has made extraordinary contributions to the Tamil language. Canadian Tamil Congress is very pleased to have undertaken this historical project to construct the G. Pope monument, which also happens to be the first monument ever built for a Tamil scholar in North America. In addition to this monument, we are also displaying an exhibit and a statue of Pope at Bedeque Historical Museum today. G. Pope will be remembered and celebrated by 90 million plus global Tamil community. With that, it is time to unveil the monument. To unveil the monument, I am pleased to welcome Dr. Shan Sanmughavadivel, the Vice President of the Canadian Tamil Congress, and Mr. Siva Velupillai, former Board of Director of Canadian Tamil Congress, and Ravina Rajasingam, the President of the Canadian Tamil Congress. Please join me in unveiling this historical monument. Mr. Sivam Velupillai, also the former Board of Director of Federation of North American Tamil Changams. Yeah. May I also invite Dr. Nora Pope and Mr. James Pope also to join us in unveiling the monument. Doctor. Is he here? He's come. Yeah. Hold on. And they're coming. And also we invite Malcolm Barrows to unveil the monument. Thank you. That is a historical moment, and not just for Tamils in Canada, for Tamils globally. And we have to continue with the program, and you can take pictures after the event. We have to continue with the program. At this moment, it is my pleasure to welcome the President of the Canadian Tamil Congress, Ms. Ravina Rajasingam. I think this is the first public event where we are introducing our President since he elected 3 weeks ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Ravina Rajasingam.
Thank you so much. Vanakkam. Good morning. Bonjour. First, I'd like to begin by paying respect to the Mi'kmaq people of Abijwe in Mi'kmaq. We acknowledge the land upon we gather today, unceded Mi'kmaq territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Thank you. With great pleasure, I welcome you all to a historical moment that was unrevealed or revealed today. I wish to acknowledge our dignitaries joining us today, members of the Pope family, Mr. Malcolm Burrows and James Pope, and all their family members here today. Doug Sobey from Bedeque Area Historical Society, Mr. Jamie Fox, MLA, Borden Kinkora, Honorable Bob Ramsey, Provincial Minister of Social Development and Seniors, Mayor of Charlottetown, Phillips Brown. I'd like to also recognize the Board of Directors with us today. Kumaran Thirukumaran, Nathan Veerasingham, Shahila Shankar, Dishi Jayaraja, and our Executive Director, Danton Thuraraja. In 1839, at the age of 19, G.U. Pope left India, where he spent about 40 years. During that period, with great passion for Tamil literature and its profound values, he took up on a mission to spread the morals in the Tamil literature, Tirukkural, Tiruvasagam, through his translation. Tirukkural talks about everyday virtues of an individual. One of the greatest works ever written to ethics and morality, chiefly secular ethics, it is known for its universality and non-denominational nature, was written by Valluvar. This was few of many that we translated into English. One of the Canadian Tamil Congress mandate is to promote promotion and advancement of Tamil language and culture, and we are happy to have undertaken this project to build a monument for a great Tamil scholar. We intended to honor G.U. Pope in 2020 with his 200th birth anniversary. Due to COVID, it was delayed to this year. Today, we are pleased to recognize and celebrate Reverend Dr. George Uglow Pope for his dedication towards Tamil language and respecting its messages. A proud moment for many Tamils knowing that he is from Canada and especially in PEI. For the people of PEI, this monument means a piece of history is revealed and marks a historical place for tourists to visit. This historical day would not be possible without many individuals' commitment in various ways. The chair of this project, Mr. Shivan Elango. Thank you so much. Our platinum sponsor, Mr. Dunson Peters from Trinity Enterprise. Murali Srinarayanas, he's our gold sponsor from 369 Global. Our silver sponsors, Arabi Productions, KT Group, Winsmart, Kandiya Mahendra Lingam, Svenyanam Sridharan, and Santa Panjalingam. And of course, to all our sponsors, donors, members, who are working with us in accomplishing this historical event. The Bedeque Historical Museum, Dr. Sobey and his team for their work. This beautifully well-crafted monument would not have been without the work of Mr. Manoj and his team of constructions. Thank you. And of course, all of our media who's been there with us from day one till today, we thank them all. And here, all of you are with us today. So many of you spent your valuable time. It's still a tourism or going around, but you spent valuable time being here with us today for this important and a very historical event. Thank you so much. And all those Of course, I must say thank you to Dr. Jaya, who drove 2 hours. She's on call. She drove here to be with us for this important event. Thank you, Dr. Jaya, for being here. And it's important that I also thank Tamil Cultural Community of PEI, Jeffrin, and his members of the organization, because they've been very instrumental in organizing and helping us with a lot of the food items and so forth. So thank you so much. And last but not least, all of the CTC Board of Directors as well as the Advisory Board. Thank you so much for being here, and this is going to be great, and I assure you it's going to be bringing in a lot of tourism to PEI, and this is going to be a very, very important place for those to come and visit. Thanks again. Nandri, Vanakkam, merci.
Thank you, Ravina. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Malcolm Burrows from Pope family. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Malcolm Burrows.
So thank you. I'm Malcolm Burrows. I'm the great-great-grandson of George Uglow Pope. And it's a tremendous, tremendous honor and pleasure to be here today on behalf of the Pope family. I live in Toronto, and my family was actually through England. My first great-grandfather, Sidney, was the 11th son of George Uglow Pope. So it was a large family, and it's a bit of a miracle that I have a Canadian connection as well. Because Dr. Pope was born here in 1820, and then quickly his family returned to England. George Uglow Pope's story is really, in many ways, a story of love and respect for Tamil culture and Tamil language. He spent his whole life, as an 18-year-old, he went to South India, to what's now Tamil Nadu, and he learned Tamil. He got on a boat, a sailing boat, when he was 18 years old. And when he got off the boat 4 months later, took 4 months to get from England to Madras at the time. He had learned Tamil, and he got off the boat. He was so good at languages that he had met somebody that taught him Tamil on the boat. And he got off, and there's a famous story about him giving a speech in Tamil. Probably wasn't very good Tamil, but it was the start of a lifelong love for Tamil and Tamil language and Tamil culture. And so he spent the next 40 years, mostly in Tamil Nadu, as an educator, an early educator of women, interestingly, as well as of men. He founded a number of schools, and he also developed early textbooks to teach Tamil in a formal way to his students. And after the 40 years, he ended up going back to England. And interestingly enough, he had never gone to university. He had only had essentially high school education. But he was a very learned man. He had written about 20 books at that time. And he went back to England, and he became a professor at Oxford University, at Balliol College. And there he really fulfilled his life's work by he ended up spending the final 20 years of his life translating the Tirukkural and the Tiruvakagam. And he was a tremendous, and both were published by Oxford University Press, one of the great sort of academic press of the world. And he was a strong advocate for what these texts, this incredible, rich, deep tradition of poetry, of religion, of culture that was part of the Tamil experience represented. And he spent his life making sure that the broader world outside the Tamil community knew and understood that these were some of the greatest works in human history. And they came from Tamil culture and Tamil experience. They were as old as he would tell his other professors and students at Oxford, you know, Homer's Odyssey and Homer's Iliad. Well, the Tirukkural and the Tiruvakagam they predated the Bible. They were really fundamental works in human history, and they're fundamentally works of Tamil culture and the Tamil people. And so I'm here not so much to, really I'm here to thank you all and to thank you and to celebrate this. It's the continuation. This is a story about respect and honoring Tamil culture, but also intercultural connections, intercountry connections. And it's just an extraordinary story, and it's so deeply meaningful. Unfortunately, my mother, who lives in Ottawa, she's 88 now, she couldn't be here today, but she specifically wanted to send her greetings and to thank you for this extraordinary community effort to recognize George Uglow Pope and fundamentally to recognize the importance of Tamil culture and Tamil history. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Malcolm. At this time, I would also like to invite other members of the Pope family, Dr. Nora Pope and Mr. James Pope, to the stage. To honor the members of the Pope family, I would like to invite Canadian Tamil Congress Board of Director, Mr. Thirukumaran, Thirunavukarasu Thirukumaran, Mr. Mahendra Lingam Kandeya, and Mercy Jude.
So these two gentlemen, George Uglow Pope and James College Pope, were first cousins. So he left and conquered the world, and they stayed and tried to conquer Canada. And they're still trying. So I think Canada is a wonderful experiment. I wish we had free trade amongst the provinces. I'm getting political, I can't help it. But I love the fact that Canada is a safe harbor for over 200 nationalities around the world. So we welcome diasporas, and I want to go to India now and to Sri Lanka. And absolutely, I really want to go. And so it is so moving that you're keeping the memory alive of George Uglow Pope, who was, I think, a man of curiosity and love. And I'm just so thrilled. I can't believe all these people are here. And it's just thank you for everything, for putting all this together. And good old PEI, is I think I'm so glad it's the center of attention today for the Tamil community. Jimmy Pope, here we go. Fourth cousin, fifth cousin.
Hello, thanks everyone for coming. I'm just blown away at the interest. Probably all told more than 100 people attending. There was some debate whether to build a monument this close to James College's monument, which is my great-great-grandfather. So my great-great-grandfather, James College, was George Uglow's first cousin. So what brought the popes here was shipbuilding. And there must be something in the blood because I ended up being a naval architect. And that's what I practice today. So maybe that's what popes are about. I have a relationship with the Bedford Museum. They've been very kind to us in the past when we've had family reunions and come down to the shore here and had Doug explain how the shipbuilding operation, which was wooden ships in the day, how that all transpired. And I was a fan of history, and I did read the notes and about the GU Pope in the Tamil language, and I was quite intrigued by that. And but when I first learned of that 30 years ago, who knew that we'd be all standing here today with this beautiful monument, which is so nicely done, especially the bust. So thank you all for coming. Enjoy PEI. I grew up here as a Pope in Summerside, where we're going to go next. But I live in Nova Scotia now. But it's always good to come back here, which I do in the summers mostly, to enjoy what Prince Edward Island has to offer. So hopefully you'll enjoy PEI too after Bedeque. Yeah. Thank you very much.
This is called Ponnada. That is the highest honor in the Tamil community. Yeah. And let's take a picture. Is Ravina here? Ravina? Where is Ravina? Okay.
More colors, more beautiful colors. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Next, it is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Doug Sobey from Bedeque Area Historical Society. And Dr. Sobey has done so much help since he started this project. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Doug Sobey.
Thank you very much. I was told to keep this speech at most 2 minutes long, and the longer speeches are going to be at the dinner or the lunch. So I've left my notes in the car, and I'm going to ad-lib it. First of all, I want to welcome you all to Prince Edward Island, and especially to this small community of Bedeque. Bedeque is honoured at you placing this monument within our bounds. When Danton first contacted me in October 2021, I have to admit that I had never heard of George Uglow Pope, nor had, I think, any other historians or people on Prince Edward Island. And there is a good reason. He left as an infant, a child of perhaps 6 months of age, and he never probably even knew what this place looked like. But behind me is the area where there were, up until 1853, large numbers of buildings, a shipyard, houses, and in one of those houses, George Pope was born. He then went on, and I'm not going to elaborate this, to great achievements, especially in Tamil Nadu and in education, founding schools. There are statues in India. There are schools named after him. There's a college named after him as well for his achievements in education. And now there is a site in Bedeque here which honors his achievement especially for the Tamil language and literature. And I have learned an awful lot not only about George Uglow Pope, but also about the Tamil heritage and history. And we've created an exhibit in the Bedeque Museum which tells the story of Pope and of his work in India, and it will be there for visitors to see henceforward. So it will introduce islanders and Canadians to his achievement, and this monument also serves as an important link for yourselves. It interlinks your ancient homeland of Tamil Nadu and also the Tamils of Sri Lanka to your new homeland in Canada. So I congratulate you on the achievement of this monument, and I look forward to continuing contacts with you. So thank you very much.
To honor Dr. Sobey, I would like to invite former President of Canadian Tamil Congress, Mr. Sundaramurthy Masudan.
Someone take a picture.
And he's Irish too.
Thank you very much. Do you want this back?
No, that's yours.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Dakswabi, who has done tremendous help for us. Next, it is my honor to welcome Mr. Jamie Fox, MLA, Board and Hindako. Please join me in welcoming Jamie Fox. To honor Jamie Fox, may I invite Mr. Suresh Muthaiya, former Board of Director of the Canadian Tamil Congress. Mr. Suresh Muthaiya.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here today because this project actually started coming about a year ago when the Tamil Congress reached out to my office and stuff like that and talked about the history of this of George Pope, and it got me thinking about the whole where we all come from and how great, you know, a person born here can go on to do so much across the world and impact so many people. So on behalf of the province of Prince Edward Island, Premier Dennis King, thank you very much. It's just overwhelming to see all you here today that have traveled so far to recognize this. And it's just all the best on behalf of the province. And you're welcome anytime to the shores of Prince Edward Island, I can tell you that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jamie Fox. Next, I would like to invite, we had a musical concert to raise finance to construct the monument. Now, our platinum sponsors for the concert, Trinity Enterprises. I would like to invite the President and CEO, Mr. Duncan Peters, to say a few words.
Good morning and vanakkam. எல்லோருக்கும் இங்க வந்ததுக்கு மிகவும் நன்றி. Today we gather here to pay tribute to a remarkable individual who has left an everlasting mark on our society, Sir Uglow Pope. As an unveil this monument in his honor, we celebrate the life and contribution of a true visionary, scholar and advocate for cultural understanding. We are very pleased to be part of this historical ceremony to unveil the monument for Sir Uglow Pope. On behalf of Trinity Enterprise, I would like to congratulate the Canadian Tamil Congress for undertaking this project and hosting today's event to officially open the monument. When CTC reached out for support for construction the monument, we immediately agreed to support because we understand how important this project is for Canadian Tamil community to honor Sir Uglow Pope, who contributed so much for Tamil language. Once again, I congratulate CTC and all volunteers for an outstanding job completing this important project. In unveiling this monument, we not only celebrate the life and legacy of Uglow Pope, but also recommit ourselves to upholding the values he championed: respect, empathy, and cultural appreciation. Let us carry forward his vision of a world united by the power of language and understanding. Thank you.
Thank you, Dunstan. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Ron Rayner, former mayor of Bedeque area. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ron Rayner. To honor him, I would like to invite long-time volunteer and member Mr. Saravanamuthu Vinayagamurthy.
I would, on behalf of the rural municipality, thank you. My wife's hair color is red, so this is my favorite color. So I would like to offer our thanks to the Tamil Society for presenting us with such a fantastic monument representing Mr. Pope. One of the speakers before me had said that very few islanders knew too much about Uglow Pope. Exactly 60 years ago this year,
I made a presentation at high school. I had an essay, and it was on the Pope family. So I was familiar with G.U. Pope, although it took a while before it come back to my memory. And another thing, he almost feels like family because his birthday and my wife's is on exactly the same day. She didn't know him. I have served the community here for, roughly 50 years. This is actually the biggest event that I have attended. It is fantastic. When I pulled in here today and seen all of you people, it was very, very impressive. And I heard earlier this morning that when you people arrived here that there was swarms of mosquitoes. Just want you to know that in literature I read last night and 200 years ago that the people who came were met with hordes of mosquitoes. So we're just following a tradition. On behalf of my rural municipality, I thank you people kindly for what you have done. And one thing that I want to comment on, I presume that there is very little stress in India or with the Tamil society, simply because when I look out there, I see no gray hair. I thank you and best wishes, and enjoy your stay on Prince Edward Island. It is a fantastic, beautiful place to live, to be, to visit. Come again. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're done with the pictures.
This is for you.
For me?
Yeah.
I keep it.
Yeah, you keep it.
For your wife.
Next, I'm pleased to welcome Honorable Bob Ramsey, Bob Ramsey, Provincial Minister of Social Development and Seniors of Government of Prince Edward Island. Please join me in welcoming Honorable Bob Ramsey. To honor her, I'd like to invite Ms. Sahila Sanga, Canadian Tamil Congress Board of Directors.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm honored to be here today to bring greetings on behalf of our Premier King and the province of Prince Edward Island as we gather to celebrate the accomplishments of George Uglow Pope. Hope I said that middle name right. First, I would like to acknowledge that the land in which we gather is the ancestral land of the Mi'kmaq, and we respect the Mi'kmaq as the Indigenous people of Prince Edward Island. I would like to recognize the honorable dignitaries here with us today. Honorable Jamie Fox, MLA from Borden-Carleton, Mayor Philip Brown from the City of Charlottetown, the members of the Canadian Tamil Congress, representatives from the Bedeque Area Historical Society, members of the Pope family, and all of you who have traveled here from many places. I think especially Ontario. We have a lot of folks here from Ontario. Welcome to Prince Edward Island, and hope you have a wonderful time when you're here. I hear you're going for a nice lunch after. I have to go to a wedding. I'm doing a wedding, so I can't go to the lunch, but I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And I can only imagine how proud everybody is of Mr. Pope, Reverend Pope. Prior to receiving an invitation to this event, I must admit that I was not familiar with Mr. Pope's contributions as the first Canadian-born Tamil scholar. But as I learned more about his work, what stood out to me was what a great example he is of what happens when we open ourselves up to the richness of the other cultures and languages. As our population continues to grow here on Prince Edward Island, so too does our diversity as a province. Our government believes that this diversity is a source of strength. It is through educating ourselves and embracing our culture, like Mr. Pope did, that we foster a stronger, more vibrant society where unity is built upon and shared values are appreciation for one another. Oh, a little windy. Today, as we gather to celebrate the great achievements of Reverend Pope, let us reaffirm our commitment to creating a society that cherishes and respects all individuals. Together, we can continue to build a province that is not only culturally rich, but also one where every citizen can thrive to reach their full potential. So thank you again for allowing me to be part of this remarkable event, and this monument will ever stand as a symbol of the rich history and traditions of the Tamil community and the province of Prince Edward Island. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister, for joining us. And this unveiling of this monument, as we were getting ready, there's a lot of media in India were covering the news, and a lot of them are. We expect a lot of medias globally will cover this event today, historical event, and we hope this is going to bring tourism to the Prince Edward Island. Definitely, Tamils who come to Canada, they will make a point to come and see this place. And at this time, I'd like to invite Mayor Philip Brown to say a few words. To honor Mayor Philip Brown's, I would like to invite Mr. Raymond Santiago.
Alango and members of the Canadian Tamil Congress, Minister Ramsey, Honourable Jamie Fox, Mayor Rayner, residents of Bedeque, the ever-growing Bedeque when I look out here in the audience, and everyone else, thank you very much for inviting me here today. When I look at our city, at our province, the city of Charlottetown, province of Prince Edward Island, diversity and multiculturalism is very important in the growth of our communities. And looking out in this audience today, it's an example of the diversity and multiculturalism of our community. And I think of community of interest because when you bring new Canadians to any part of this country, you want to find something that connects to a community. So community of interest talks about religion. That is a place of worship. Community of interest talks about a place of recreation, playing cricket or playing football. Community of interest talks about a place of education. And the community of interest talks about also connecting with the community, a place to meet, a meeting place. Or as I am seeing today, a place to connect. And those two community of interest, place to meet or gather, or a place to connect with each other, is a fine example of your connection to this part of the island, Prince Edward Island, Bedeque, Prince Edward Island, and the Pope family, and the residents of Bedeque, that this connection makes us a stronger country. And Canada is a strong country because of its diversity and its multiculturalism. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be here to represent the city of Charlottetown. And I also want to say that when you do get some time this afternoon, take those two big buses into Charlottetown, the historic city of Charlottetown, birthplace of a nation, lots of places to visit, and to just get a grasp of the Charlottetown culture and the diversity of our city that is also reflective right across this great province. And I see Matthew McRae here, who is with the Prince Edward Island Heritage and Museum. It's great to see you here because he is leading up our 150th anniversary celebration as Prince Edward Island entered Confederation as the 7th province 150 years ago, sesquicentennial. And there's a great display of our history of the past 150 years down at the Beaconsfield home. So please take the opportunity to see as much as you can here on this beautiful island, to see the diversity, the multiculturalism, and j'espère que vous voyez beaucoup de choses de faire et jouer. Merci beaucoup and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Philip Brown. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite, as I mentioned, we had a musical concert to finance the construction of the monument. Our gold sponsor for the concert 369 Global, we have the Deputy Chairman of the company, Mr. Kumaran Nadesan. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Kumaran Nadesan to say a few words.
அனைவருக்கும் காலை வணக்கம். Thank you everyone. Congratulations I think to CTC on another amazing achievement, another milestone moment here for us as Canadian Tamils. I just wanted to make two quick points. One, the fact that the connection between the Tamil world and Canada stretches back right to Confederation days, and nothing more significant than having G.U. Pope's statue right next to James C. Pope's statue. Just shows the Tamil story was right at the beginning, in many ways, at the start of Canada itself. The second, I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the fact that when a young G.U. Pope came to India, to Tamil Nadu, to translate the Tirukkural, I want to acknowledge and remember the Tamil teachers who gave him access to this wonderful literature that we have. Tirukkural is 2,000 years old, and it is because of those teachers that Reverend Pope was able to understand the richness and the depth of the language and bring it to an even wider audience. So I remember those teachers at this moment. Thank you again. It's been a 200-year history, and I hope the statue stays here for another 200 years so that my kids who are here with me can come back and visit with their kids one day. On behalf of Murali Sri Naranadas and the 369 Global family, thank you again so much, and congratulations again to CTC and Langona especially. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumaran. Thank you, Kumaran. We have a message from the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, which is one of the largest state in India, and the Chief Minister has sent a greeting message, and which is in Tamil. I would like to read that here. Muka Stalin, Tamil Nadu Mudhalamachar, Thalaimaich செயலகம், சென்னை. திருக்குறளை உலக அறியச் செய்த பெருமைக்குரியவர் திரு G.U. Pope அவர்கள். அவரது பிறந்த இடமான கனடாவின் பிரின்ஸ் எட்வர்ட் தீவில் உள்ள பெடக் நகரத்தில் உருவச்சிலை அமைக்கப்படுவதை அறிந்து நான் பெருமகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். திரு G.U. Pope அவர்கள் தமிழ் மொழிக்கு ஆற்றிய பணி அளப்பெரியது. அவர் திருக்குறள், நாலடியார், திருவாசகம் உட்பட பல்வேறு தமிழ் இலக்கியங்களை ஆங்கிலத்தில் மொழிபெயர்த்தவர். அவரது மொழிபெயர்ப்பு உன்னதமான மொழிபெயர்ப்பாக இன்றும் போற்றப்படுகின்றது. அவர் தமிழிலும் ஆங்கிலத்திலும் 12 நூல்கள் எழுதி வெளியிட்டுள்ளார். அவரது அரிய பணி தமிழ் மொழியை தமிழர் அல்லாதவர்களிடம் கொண்டு சேர்த்தது. போப்பையர் என்று அன்போடு அழைக்கப்பட்ட இவர் ஏறத்தாழ 40 ஆண்டுகள் தமிழ்நாட்டில் வாழ்ந்து தமிழ் பணி ஆற்றினார். அதன் பின்பும் இங்கிலாந்தின் புகழ்பெற்ற ஆக்ஸ்போர்ட் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில் தமிழ் பேராசிரியராக பணிபுரிந்தார். 1968ஆம் ஆண்டு சென்னையில் நடைபெற்ற 2ஆம் உலகத்தமிழ் மாநாட்டின் போது அப்போது முதலமைச்சராக இருந்த பேரறிஞர் பெருந்தகை அண்ணா அவர்கள் தலைமையிலான தமிழ்நாடு அரசு G.U. Pope அவர்கள் தமிழுக்கு ஆற்றிய அரும்பணிகளை போற்றும் வகையில் சென்னை மெரினா கடற்கரையில் அவரது முழு உருவச்சிலையை நிறுவி அவரது புகழுக்கு பெருமை சேர்த்தது. மேலும் மூத்த தமிழறிஞர் கலைஞர் அவர்கள் காட்டிய வழியில் செயற்பட்டு வரும் எங்கள் திராவிட மாடல் அரசு தமிழ் இலக்கிய நூல்களை பல்வேறு வெளிநாட்டு மொழிகளில் மொழிபெயர்க்கும் சிறந்த தமிழறிஞருக்கு ஒருவருக்கு ஆண்டுதோறும் தமிழ் வளர்ச்சித்துறை வாயிலாக G.U. Pope அவர்களின் பேரில் விருது வழங்கி சிறப்பித்து வருகின்றது. அத்தகைய பெருமைக்குரிய G.U. Pope அவர்களை சிறப்பித்து கனடாவால் தமிழ் மக்கள் அவரது பிறந்த இடத்திலேயே உருவச்சிலை அமைக்க இருப்பது நமக்கெல்லாம் பெருமகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கின்றது. இந்த முயற்சியை முன்னெடுக்கின்ற கனடிய தமிழர் பேரவைக்கும் கனடா வாழ் தமிழ் மக்களுக்கும் எனது உளமார்ந்த வாழ்த்துக்களையும் பாராட்டுக்களையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். அன்புடன் முக ஸ்டாலின், தமிழ்நாடு முதலமைச்சர். There's a message from the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu on the occasion of unveiling the historical monument today. This is such a historical event today, and we are so pleased to have all of you here to witness this historical ceremony. To honor G.U. Pope, who has made so much contribution to Tamil language, and he will be remembered for generation after generation after generation by global Tamil community, which is 90 million people worldwide. Thank you all for joining. Following this, we have a small ceremony. We have a small ceremony at the Bedeque area Historical Museum. Shortly after that, if anyone wants to take pictures, please quickly take, and we have to make our way to the Bedeque area Historical Museum. Yeah, we are going to take the picture now, and then we will leave to the Historical Museum. Thank you all for joining. Thank you.
வணக்கம் முகநூல் உறவுகளே.
Yeah, please join for a group picture and then we have immediately leave to the Bedeque Historical Museum. Please, you can take the individual pictures later. Now it's a time for group picture. Please join, everyone please join.
Come in, everyone. We don't have time.
வணக்கம் முகநூல் உறவுகளே, இடையில் ஏற்பட்ட தடங்களுக்கு மனம் வருந்துகிறோம். நாம் பிறந்த நாட்டில் எமக்கு தமிழ் பேச இடமில்லை, தமிழில் பெயர் பதாதைகள் இல்லை. அங்கே தமிழுக்கு கொலை நடக்கிறது. ஆனால் தமிழன் வாழ்ந்த அந்த நாட்டிற்கு 6000 மைல்களுக்கு அப்பால் சில தமிழர்கள் டொரண்டோவிலே வாழ்ந்து வருகிறார்கள், லட்சக்கணக்கில் வாழ்ந்து வருகிறார்கள். அந்த இடத்திலிருந்து 2000 கிலோமீட்டர்களுக்கு அப்பால் பிரின்ஸ் எட்வர்ட் தீவுகளிலே இன்று தமிழிலே ஒரு பெயர் பலகை திரை நீக்கம் செய்யப்பட்டு வைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. அதைத்தான் நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கிறீர்கள். நமது நாட்டிலே சிங்களத்திலே மட்டும் பெயர் பலகைகள் இருக்க, ஏற்கனவே இருந்த தமிழ் பெயர் பலகைகளும் கூட மாற்றப்படுகின்ற நிலையிலே, தனி சிங்கள மொழிக்கு மாற்றப்படுகின்ற நிலையிலே இங்கே பாருங்கள், நாங்கள் பிறந்த மண்ணிலிருந்து 6000 மைல்களுக்கு அப்பால், டொரண்டோவிலிருந்து 2000 மைல்களுக்கு அப்பால், கிலோமீட்டர்களுக்கு அப்பால் இங்கே இருக்கின்ற இந்த பிரின்ஸ் எட்வர்ட் தீவுகளிலே தமிழிலே ஒரு பெயர் பலகை அது இன்று உத்தியோகபூர்வமாக திறந்து வைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. இப்படியான இந்த ஒரு வரலாற்று மிக்க ஒரு நிகழ்விலே நாங்கள் கலந்து கொள்வதிலே மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறோம். சரி உறவுகளே, நாங்கள் இத்துடன் இந்த நிகழ்வுகளை முடித்துக்கொண்டு நாங்கள் மீண்டும் இன்னும் ஒரு நிகழ்வு தொடர்ந்து இருக்கிறது. இன்னும் ஒரு 30 நிமிடங்களே இல்லை 1 மணித்தியாலத்தில் மீண்டும் உங்களை நான் சந்திக்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.